All right. All right. We got ourselves a win in Cleveland, so I don't have to call SEAL Team 6 to go into Pittsburgh and take care of business. I'm not very impressed, okay? Because last I checked, when I look at the stat line, Pittsburgh went to the red zone how many times? 4 times. How many touchdowns did we get? 1. Why is that? We're playing against a sorry Cleveland Browns team. Le'Veon Bell, congratulations. You almost had 200 yards and all-purpose yards. But did we get into the end zone every time we went down the field? No, we didn't. How did we end the game with 1 touchdown against a bad Cleveland Browns team? How did we let them hang around up until the 4th quarter? Let me tell you something. If Hugh Jackson dials up the right offensive plays in the 4th quarter, understand they could go down the field, score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, kick an onside kick, score again, and all of a sudden it's a tied game going into overtime. I'm not impressed. Defense, congratulations. 8 sacks on the day. Tied for the most sacks in a game in NFL this year. Congratulations. Our defensive back, we got to pick Artie Burns, Mike Mitchell, a lot of big hits. But let me tell you something. You should probably look at some film from somebody called Troy Polamalu. You see when he goes in for big hits, you know when he hits people with the shoulder, he makes it look like he's trying to wrap up too. You keep targeting, throwing your whole crowd. That's why refs always steadily grabbing for their flags to throw it on the field. Let me tell you something. Anybody can beat the Cleveland Browns. I'm not impressed. This doesn't sway how I feel. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, it's a 4.5 game losing streak. Because I don't really count this as a win. You guys, I don't want to see anybody in the press conference sitting with their chest held high. Because let me tell you something. My parents can both combine for 172 yards on the ground against the Cleveland Browns defense. And they're both in their early 60s. Okay? World War II veterans. The small, minute amount of them, about 17 of them, they can all go out there in their walkers and combine on the ground, combine through the air for a total offense of maybe I'd say 142 yards and about 2 scores on the Cleveland Browns defense, all right? And they're all in there pretty much, 80s, 90s years old? Anybody can score on Cleveland. Let me tell you something. I told you, I don't want to see any stats from Terrell Pryor, okay? And what happened this game? What, did he touch 100 yards? I'm pretty sure he was in the 90s. You had a couple big hits on him, but the man still came out and performed. Isaiah Crowell, he didn't do anything on the ground. Duke Johnson, he didn't do anything on the ground. Cody Kressler, he got knocked out the game. Josh McCown, he got hit a couple times. So good job, defense. Good job. But I want to see this next week when you take on the Indianapolis Colts. Let me tell you something about the Colts. Last 3 times we played the Colts, we absolutely obliterated them. Every time, dating back to 3 years ago, what happened? 6 touchdowns that Big Ben threw. I can't count with my fingers. 6 touchdowns that Big Ben threw. So what I expect to see is everybody shows up and performs against this Indianapolis Colts game. Okay? I don't want to see any sort of slowing down from this defense. Keith Butler, good job today. Good job. I'm not really impressed because it's the Cleveland Browns, but good job today. All those blitzes that you had, please bring it next week. Please bring it next week because guess what? We're in prime time. All right? What I believe it's Sunday Night Football we're playing at. So you better show up. As far as I'm concerned, you guys got a W today, but don't feel good because you got to be consistent. The Ravens lost just now to Dallas. Yes, to Dallas, who beat us last week. Congratulations. Thank you. Everybody who was in the comment section, thank you. Your team showed up. They beat the Ravens. Cincinnati, they lost A.J. Green. They're pretty much done for the year. All right? So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a race between Baltimore and it's Pittsburgh. You have to stay consistent. Mike Tomlin, I'm holding SEAL Team 6 in my pocket. I'm not sending them to you. But understand, we lose against Indianapolis, and if we lose in an embarrassment sort of way, where it's us who lose the game and it's not the opposing team who happen to win, we're gonna have some issues, all right? Because I'm a call in SEAL Team 6. I'm not playing. Get it together. Stay consistent. Congratulations on the win. I'm not really impressed. Neither should you.